There was a time when America wasn't just a country, it was an idea, an older sibling in a fragile household of nations, not perfect, not innocent, but strong enough to stand between chaos and the smaller ones. The firstborn doesn't get the luxury of immaturity. The firstborn carries weight. When famine hits, they help. When war breaks out, they stabilize. When tyrants rise, they resist. Not because they're flawless, but because the younger siblings are watching. For decades, the world looked at America the way children look at the eldest in the room. If they walk into the fire, we follow. If they defend freedom, we believe in it. If they fail, what hope is left for us? That is not power. That is responsibility. And responsibility requires restraint. It requires language that builds alliances, not humiliates them. It requires leadership that understands dignity travels across borders. It requires moral seriousness, not spectacle. When the eldest sibling becomes reckless, when ego replaces statesmanship, when insults replace diplomacy, the damage isn't just domestic. It fractures trust. It emboldens adversaries. It makes smaller nations reconsider who they can rely on. And as someone who grew up under a regime where power was loud and unaccountable, I know the difference between strength and theater. Real strength is quiet. It does not need to degrade others to feel tall. It does not confuse cruelty with dominance. America was never meant to be the playground bully. It was meant to be the steady hand, the example, the country that understood that influence is earned through integrity, not volume. The world doesn't need an arrogant empire. It needs a principled leader. And the difference between those two paths is character.